Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Dolly's and welcome back to Project Ozone 2. In the last episode, we were working on trying to get some capacitor seeds. We got a octadic capacitor and we also started building a mob farm to try to get some skulls. And it blew up and we died. So, yeah. I took a stack of quartz blocks and just started building out a little bit over there. I think that's where the central location is going to be. As good as anywhere else. There is, you can kind of see it in the distance, there is a slime island over there as well. I don't know if we're going to keep them, because eventually I'm going to rebuild this with a cursed earth mob spawner, and it's going to be nasty, but it's going to be really efficient. And it's going to be more efficient if there's nowhere else anything can spawn. So, yeah. We might have to destroy the slime islands. That's whatever. I'll take up the liquid and on both of them and just kind of put it in a drum like those and kind of deal with it from there. But that is something for another time. Today, we still need to get the capacitor seeds. And in order to get these, we need an Enderman head. And honestly, the easiest way I think is going to be to do a quest, and that is the slice and splice, which is why we started doing that last time. And basically, if we want the slice in, how do you spell it? It's weird because it's apostrophes. So we're going to need some solarium, a machine chassis. We have the solarium. The machine chassis should not be a problem. I think we already have everything else in here except for a mob head. I have to remember that I put stuff in there sometimes. It's been a while since I recorded this, so apologies. So yeah, we need some sort of something to kill mobs with, to get better stuff, to get mob heads specifically. And while our Sturgis quartz is pretty good, I want to see if we can't make a tool forge. If we can make a tool forge, then we can make a cleaver, and that's even better. But the question is, can we make tool forges? Oh yeah, that's really easy. Okay, I don't know why we haven't, but we're gonna make a tool forge. So I don't think that was a quest or anything, was it? Not seeing one. There is the auto tool station, which is something that's really good, but we just need 4 blocks of iron, which there we go. And then we need some seared brick, which we might also have, maybe. I'm not seeing any, but let me think. What's going to be the easiest way? Let's just go ahead and get some more. So we need sand, gravel. And I have blocks of clay, or at least I can get blocks of clay. So, so we need a total of. Can I do it like this? Nope. Seared bricks, grout. Yeah, I can only do it that way, which is fine. So I need a total of, I need 2 more clay. That's easy enough, right? 12, yeah, that seems to be right. We'll cook it up and kind of go from there. So, let's go ahead and sift them, why not? I need to get a lot of stuff done. But I'm trying to focus on certain things more than others, just because it's going to be better for us in the long run if we focus on those things before we do other things. That makes sense. Hopefully it does. Basically, if we can get capacitors, then we can make ore processing easier. We can do better things with ore processing as well. And, you know, just that kind of stuff. We can get better power, and better power means better ore processing. So it's a lot of just kind of what can we get the most of right now to get the things that we want later. So Tool Forge is definitely something I want to make. And there we go. That was easy enough. So I don't know why I haven't made that yet, but the Tool Forge unlocks a lot of other things, including the cleaver. So we need two tough tool rods, large plate, and a large blade. Now we're gonna do the same trick as before. So do I have the patterns? I should. So large blade. There we go. Large plate. And let's see, because that costs 3 each. What do I want the tool rods out of anyways? Tough rods. Usually you want something, so it's going to be durability modifiers. You want something that's going to give you a lot of durability modifier, or Pocophinium is really good. Mithril. And then there's all of these. Because I believe that's all the tough rods do. Manulin is 2.5. That's really good. Ardite, Cobalt. Actually, we want Obsidian. We want one of them to be Obsidian. I mean, I could use my Infinity stuff, but that would be really, really dumb. Or we could use Shiny. Shiny might be good. Just because that's going to give us, which is better, Shiny 1.5. Yeah, so let's get to, let's get some platinum going. And I should have tough rod. Make sure that this says shiny. It does. Cool. So we'll just flip that on, and it should go straight into there. So I think this will be good enough if we use both. We'll have enough modifiers to get to the point where we need to. Now we could also just make one of them out of the other material. So there's one. Obsidian, which would give us reinforced 2, which is a little bit better. So let's see how good this is. So we have 3 modifiers remaining. That's it. So let's make tough rod out of magical wood, and let's try this again. See if we can't get more. 4 modifiers remaining. Okay, that's gonna be good enough. And then what we can do is we can just go ahead and replace the stuff. We're gonna want, let's see, what would be something really good for the cleaver? The actual, like, blade, large sword blade is what it's called. We'll want something that's actually pretty powerful. I know Draconium is really powerful, but probably want to go a large sword. 2 hearts. I know Manulin is like 2.5. Tearjerker is 3. Constantine's 2.5. That's not too bad. Whoa, glowstone. That's right. Refined glowstone is amazing. However, refined glowstone we have 10 ingots of, and we need to use some of it. We need to use exactly 1. No, we need 2 for the Staffs of Gaia, so that we can go into the Erebus and get out. So we have 8. We could do that though, but At the same time, that's a little expensive. And the problem is, in order to get refined glowstone, um, we need an osmium compressor, which is going to be a while, I believe. Osmium compressor. I just want to see how bad it is to make that. Yeah, we need printed circuit board. Yeah, that's... Ugh. That's really bad. I don't think we'd be locked out of that. So we need to get heavily into... Ew. That is nasty. Capacitors are so nasty to make. So I don't think we get locked out of it, because I don't think there's anything in the Erebus that would really matter with that. But it's bad enough. 50 hearts. Yeah, infinity. We'll just use that, right? So I think Manulin might be good enough. Because it has good durability as well. So let's get 2 Manulin. Do I have any Manulin? I don't even know. Do I have some Ardite and Cobalt? That's... I don't think I've been picking that up. I don't have any in here. Just trying to think of where might I keep some more stuff. We do have 2 printed circuit boards, so we're close-ish to the... Oh god, that is such a nasty craft. For us right now, anyways. Later on, it's going to be a lot easier. And I think we're going to have to go to... We're going to have to go to the Nether. We have a little bit of the broken ores, but not enough. How good is... Where are they? Peridot 1.5. Ruby isn't too bad, but I don't know that I can really use these. I don't have many rubies anyways. Decisions. You know what? I don't really have much shiny metal, do I? Not enough. How good is steel? Not that good. Can I make fairy? Fairy requires Ardite. That's what it was. So let's see. Constantan isn't actually that bad. Constantan is just kind of a poor man's Manulin, it looks like, and that's just copper and nickel. So let's do that. Let's get some copper and nickel. Do I have any nickel in here? No, not currently. I don't have too much. We need 8, I believe. So is Constantan a 1-to-1? I mean, it's a 1-to-1 smelt, and you get 2. So we need 4 of each. And this should work for a sword blade, and then we'll want something halfway decent for the large plate. But I think we'll just use obsidian. No, let's see large plates. Because I don't remember what large plates do. They are speed, and they help with the attack a little bit, I think. Looks like. So we could do... I want something that's going to give us a little bit more durability. Without really hurting, like, anything else. Oh, well. Let's see. We have 8 ingots of Constantan. Take that out. Our large blade. Do that. And there's our large blade. So now we can switch these, and we'll go from 4 hearts of damage to 5.5. And then what to use for the last thing? Shiny isn't bad, but again, we don't have much shiny, so Steel isn't terrible. Steel we could do. We have a good bit of steel, so that is an idea. Or we could just use iron. Yeah, let's use iron. Why not? So we need 8 iron in here. We'll get the large plate, and then I need to look at the books because I don't remember what it is that require, like, I need the second book. Let's just do this. Excuse me. So what we're going to do with this, we're not going to make it unbreaking. Unbreaking doesn't matter to me right now. What we're going to do instead is get beheading. So we need ender pearls and obsidian. And I already had a book. Dang it. And unfortunately we can't go all the way through that. Oh well. So is this melted down? It is. I'll just flip that on. And we'll want like as many obsidian as we can get. And as many ender pearls as we can get on this. And cool, we have a creeper in there. Right now all we need is some sort of head. That's all that matters to me. I don't really care what it, like, what kind. So 7 hearts of damage, that's not too bad. And then these will level up. We can get a little bit of beheading on it. So we have beheading 4, which will give us it is a 60% chance to behead. So as we get more modifiers, we can get more beheading on there. And there's a wither skeleton in there. I would love a wither skull. Now the only thing is this is very slow and I need to kill things quickly, especially these creepers. But hey, that worked. And we got a wither skeleton. All we have to do is... And we got a creeper head. Awesome. So we just completed a lot of quests, I think. Also, we're going to need 3 skulls after we do this quest. But first, we killed all that stuff. Let's claim our reward. And we can get extra lives that are repeatable every 8 days. Minecraft days, that is. And that is just a bunch of stuff from the Aether. And we also completed wooden spikes. And then now we can make the rest of these spikes if we want. So awesome. We have 2 basic reward bags, but more importantly, we can throw this stuff in here. Oh, lapis lands still go in there. And now we can get our slice and splice, which is another quest. And we're going to use the creeper head because I don't want to use the wither skulls. These will go in here to be used later. So there is the slice and splice. Yeah, another quest. Which is going to allow us to get an Enderman head. And that's going to unlock the soul binder. We'll worry about that later. And then we can use this to get the capacitor seeds. And those go in there until I'm ready. This is the important chest of important things. And those capacitor seeds are one of the most important things we have now. Those are going to be so important because if you notice when I was looking through the mechanism stuff, we're going to need a lot of capacitors from Redstonic, I think. We can get rid of most of the stuff now. Actually, we can get rid of pretty much all of it. Except for capacitor. So we need a lot of these guys, which requires the octadic, and the best way to get those is from capacitor seeds. A lot of capacitor seeds. So let's open these reward bags first. So we have 2 basics, fortune cookie, and an artifact that is worthless, and then a grater, which is a compact giant chance cube. Nothing I want, but we'll open that. Are you already a patron for the Gamers the series? Nope. Don't even know what that is. So, yeah. So let's go ahead And we're going to need to get some stuff. So we have some conductive iron. We're going to need that. We're going to need red alloy ingots. We're going to need 6 dark steel. We're going to get everything together so that we can go ahead and start growing capacitor seeds. We're not going to have the auto farm yet with that, but we'll worry about that later. We need to make a basic capacitor bank, which requires 4 basic capacitors. Ugh. So, you know, if we set up the assembly table, that would be a lot easier. We need only 4 each. So I need 12 more redstone things. Let's get some iron. And let's see, 12 of those. That is like a lot of redstone that I don't think we have currently, but we're gonna work on that. So yeah, we need a lot more. Luckily, I do have some more nether redstone ore. I will go to the nether more often. Wait, what's the best way? Smelting it gives you redstone. Pulverizing it gives you 21. That gives you 2, which gives you... Wait, no. 2, which gives you, from what I have right now, 16. So yeah, it's better to just pulverize the redstone as is. Plus, we'll get a little bit bonus. So hopefully this is enough. If not, we'll go to the nether and get some more. Because we're also gonna need a block of it, which is a bit of a pain, but not that bad. So once we get the redstone stuff, so we just need 10 more redstone there. We have basically all that we need. And do one of these. We'll get all of that plus that. Cook these guys up. And now here we're gonna do this. Well, those. I think we need 4 copper, 8 gold. To make the thingies, the capacitors. There's so many different types of capacitors. It's kind of ridiculous. There's those, and then if we set up just real quick, this guy. The only problem is I don't really have that much power, so we'll just set him up right here temporarily. And I need those power lines. What kind of power lines do I have? I have 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can do something like this. And I think we can even do that. And I don't think these have to like face. We can do this. Maybe. So in order to make the basic capacitors, because this is slightly cheaper, this requires 8 redstone plus 1 iron. This is 1 to 1. This is 1 and 1. So we need 2 more iron. And then 8 redstone. So that's a lot cheaper. The only difference is it's going to take a little bit. Okay, you guys see. Can any of the others? Nope. Okay. So we need more power lines for that. And let's just turn this on for a second. So we also need to grab a chest. For that guy. And we'll see how long this takes, but Shouldn't be that bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. By the way, when I do that, I'm not actually looking at how many I have because I don't anticipate them going into my inventory like that. Yeah, that's not really going to be worth it, is it? Not at this point. Okay. So we'll have to set that up later. So we need 8. So we need more redstone. So looks like we have a stack in here, so who cares? There we go. So this should give us everything we need. We'll put these in here. I think one of the big things that we're going to have to start focusing on here soon is trying to get the base built so that we can start getting all this stuff together. So in order to make these guys, we're going to need 16 gold. Alright, so 4 4s and like that. Oh no, it's like this. So this won't take that long. Let's go ahead and throw the rest of the redstone away. And yeah, so this is done. We can get the basic capacitor bank. And then we can start growing capacitor seeds. Except not. Not quite. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're very close. But not quite. So we're also going to want some photo cells. Photovoltaic cells. How bad are those? These are pretty bad. Requires a lot of redstone. Alright, so we might not use those to begin with. So in order to grow the capacitor seeds, if we look at the uses for these, we need dark iron bars, we need some sort of light, so we're gonna need power. So Ender.io has this really neat thing that is called a light. It's just powered light. It's actually not that bad. It does require another basic capacitor. It's so much stuff. Or can I just make lights? Let's see if the emits light with a redstone signal. Emits light disable with redstone. Powered emits a lights a large area when supplied with power. So I think this is the one I want, the powered light, which requires some fuse quartz, which I believe I thought we had, but that's not hard for us to make. We're gonna need another capacitor, so that's 6 more things. You know, this good reward bag could give us some like redstone. That'd be really nice, and it doesn't. I hate it. We just need to get some sort of. We need to get that light, and that is going to be a lot of redstone that we're going to need. Because we're going to need... We have enough to make one. Almost. Almost have enough to make one. Because 5 iron is not quite enough. We need 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need just a little bit more redstone. Who cares? I can go get more. I will probably go get more between episodes because honestly, that's something I need to do anyways. So, who cares? Ooh, something is. Oh, a laser fell in. Whoops. All right, so if we can get power going, then a lot of this stuff will be a little bit easier. So there's those. Let's go ahead and cook these up. We're also gonna need 3 more. Because we're going to make those lights. The reason being is we should be able to power everything with those lights, with those the photo cells. At least at first, it's not going to be like super good, but we'll get there. So we need like a block of gold, a piece of copper. So it's like this and that, and then we come over here. We do one of these. Alright, so yeah, redstone is going to be the big thing that I need to get a lot more of. Alright, so the powered light requires some silicon, which should not be that bad. We can use dust and or sand. Do I have much silicon just lying around? We need 4. We have enough. Alright, so like so, with the capacitor, and then what else we need? We need a piece of glowstone and some fuse quartz. Let's get like 10 piece of glowstone, because we're also going to need a little bit of other stuff for the thing that's no longer on here. I don't really feel like going through all the light blue stuff. The photovoltaic cell, I'm not seeing it. I'll look for it in a minute. We'll have everything here in a second anyways, so who cares. So there, come on. We really need to upgrade our power before we do too much more. So there's 3. This will get us the powered light, which we require to get the stuff. So we're gonna need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these to make some dark steel bars. And we're gonna need power. I'll make some power lines later. Actually shouldn't be that difficult, so I'm not too worried about that. And then we need some energetic alloy, which is more gold. I have 3 gold on me. That's all we need, so... And... 1, 2, 3, 3. Alright, so this will take a moment, but once we get that, we'll have solar power. Which is kind of nice because, well, there's a secret. It actually works in the nether. And that's where we're going to be going very, very soon. That is where we need to go to set this up, because we need darkness, which the nether has no natural light, no sunlight in the nether. Bedrock, which the entire ceiling of the nether is bedrock. We need... Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the reason why we're going to nether. Bedrock and... yeah, all that. So, once we get to that, that'll be a lot nicer. The other thing that we need to start working on soon is we're going to get a farm set up with this redstone dendron seeds. But in order to do that, we're going to want to get a farming station, specifically this guy, which is going to require a lot of these capacitor line stuff, which requires a lot of conductive iron and electrical steel. And then these guys aren't that bad, but we're going to need 8. So we need 8 of these. So we're going to need 2 sets of this, which that's not that bad. It's just a lot of steel and then a little bit of redstone. But then these guys are going to be kind of a pain because that's a lot of resources. We need 4 of those for each, so we need 32. So we need a stack and a half of conductive iron, stack and a half of electrical steel in order to make 1. Now 1 is going to be pretty much all we need for most of now anyways. But there's the photovoltaic cell. That is a quest. And yeah, so we have everything together to start getting capacitor seeds. And that will be probably what we do next time. I think I'm also going to start working on, let's open this compact giant cube, yuck. So I think I also need to start working on getting a lot more resources coming in, specifically redstone. Redstone, the best way to get that, as far as I'm aware, if we could, okay. Actual question, how far out is it to get... So redstone dendron seeds produce, these at 10 10 10 produce decently, but I want the farming station because I don't want to really do that manually. But we're going to need a lot for that. But redstone essence is really good. We might be able to do that very soon. And just getting a little bit of this, and then we can... Even not having this at 10 10 10, I can just kind of sit there and water it and get a lot of redstone pretty easily. The problem with it is, do we need nether? No, we need dense redstone. We just need dense, which requires us to get the pressure chamber. That's not that far out, to be honest. Pressure chambers are just, honestly, compressed iron and some steel. It's pretty easy. We don't need an interface. We don't need the windows. We just need we need a single valve. We need one of these and a bunch of these. That's it. We'll also need an air pump. No, compressor. Air compressor. Which requires a diamond furnace, and yeah, most of that is pretty easy. But then the hard part is we need to get into thermal expansion because we need the No, it's a plate of some sort. These guys, we need the translocation plate, which isn't that hard to make, but we need a fluid transposer. Everything else we have, like I have access to Signalum and Envar, that's easy enough. We just need to have a fluid transposer and a magma crucible. And that requires stuff. Fluid transposer isn't bad other than we need the machine frame. Which isn't bad other than, yeah, we need to set up the assembly table. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to focus on getting the capacitor seeds just so that we can get machine frames pretty easily from this. And for now, I'm going to just go to the nether and dig out a bunch of redstone and keep processing it like I have. Whenever we get the dense ore, this stuff can be made into 4 nether ore and a pulverizer. So we need to get a pulverizer to do much with that. But yeah, so other than that, I think sifting is going to be the only thing I can really do. But that's really slow and honestly doesn't give us much redstone. So I think what I'm going to do, here's going to be the plan. I'm going to work a little bit. I'm going to probably build a little bit, maybe. We'll see if I do. I'm going to go to the nether and dig around for a little bit, try to get some more ores. And actually, before we do, I want to show off something. I have something somewhere. Here's an apple. So there's an item that you can make that's really cool. It's called a dev null. What this will allow us to do is if I tell it, hey, netherrack, I open up the dev null and I put netherrack in there. Now, if I go to the nether, let's just show this off real quick, and then I'm going to end the episode off. So if we go to the nether, and one of the big problems with the nether is I need more things, but oh well. I'm not going to spend too much time in here. So we go to the nether and do all the stuff, and you know, I can turn on my magnet, and we're going to go up top as far as we can. So we come up here, and I want to mine near the top because that's the easiest, and honestly it's going to get me a lot of stuff without really it's going to allow me to get through a lot of netherrack really quickly without really having to worry about much else. So this is kind of the thing I want to do, and one of these days I'll get the rest of the ladders. So we just come up here, right, and one of the big problems is, well, when you come to the nether, you're going to fill up your inventory, right? Well, no. So just come out here and I don't know what this red. I think that's our, yeah, that's our thing. So we're gonna come here. I'm just gonna hold this, and we have our magnet on. And my inventory is full, right? Nope. The dev null only allows you to keep a single stack of any item that you put in the dev null anymore, and it gets deleted. So we're gonna delete a lot of netherrack, but who cares? It's netherrack. So that's gonna allow me to come here and just kind of dig out for as long as I want. Remember, we have what is it that does it? Our helmet gives us food saturation. So I will never have to worry about eating. I can just come in here and hold mouse click and get all of the stuff that I want, like cobalt and redstone mostly. So that is going to be kind of the thing, and then I can clear out as big of an area as I want. One of these days I will have actual flight, and that'll be much better than what we have now. That's something we might work on sooner rather than later. There's a couple ways, and there's one way that I like going about that, that we'll probably do, but and then we can just, you know, right click and place blocks. So that is going to be the thing that I do to get redstone for the time being, because I think that's going to be the best way. So I'm going to go ahead and end the episode off here. Like I said, next time I'm going to try to do a little bit of building, but I think the main thing that we're going to try to do is, if I can get enough redstone for a couple more capacitor banks, that would be really nice. And then the only other thing that I can think of that we might want to do is, have we unlocked? We do. We have some Mine Factory Reloaded stuff set up. So we might want to look into getting the harvester, so that we can harvest the plants in the nether easily. I think that'll work with the crop sticks. I'm not sure. I know it doesn't, it's not as good as some of the other stuff with the farming station, but we'll get to that, and that's not something I'm too worried about. And then the only other thing is we're going to want to make some ender chests, which should not be a problem. It's going to require blaze rods. That's about the only problem. So we're going to have to go kill some blazes, but that's not too bad. We should be able to do that without too much worry. We have fire protection, so yeah, we just have to go find a fortress and hopefully not have many spiders. And that's a quest as well. So next time, like I said, I'm going to build a little bit, and I think next time we're going to focus on trying to get capacitor seeds up and running, and or trying to get into MFR a little bit. So Mine Factory Reloaded. So we'll kind of see. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!